Yes. Good evening to you, my esteemed viewers. In fact, from wherever you are watching from, whether you are watching from America, from Africa, from Asia, wherever you are watching from, I greet you all. This video is particularly for black people all over the world. I am so touched by the fact that sometimes some of us don't really know who we are. Especially those of us who have traveled out from Africa and we now feel that having been there for a very long time, we've gotten for instance, the American passport, the British passport, the German passport, the Italian passport. Let me tell you, my dear black people all over the world, you are making a big mistake. Don't ever think that whether you have gotten the British, the American, the Italian, the German, or whichever passport you now hold, don't ever think you can be like them. You are not like them. You are still black. You are still a black person. And not until you are proud of that, your blackness, or your ancestral lineage, you are only making a mockery of yourself. You see, I am going to play a video clip for us to watch and hear for yourself, which is the reason why you shouldn't ever think that once you leave Africa, you have nothing to do with Africa. It is a wrong thing to think about. The white people are who they are. The black people are who they are. The Asians are who they are. The Chinese are who they are. It's only us, the black Africans, or the Africans rather, that are trying to claim other people's lineage, or other people's, ancestral, other race, sorry. So it's not a good thing for you to claim other people's race when you have your own. Sometimes some of us, we feel because we are fair in complexion, because of our pigments, we feel we are no longer Africans, that will now belong to the white race. Foul. As I told you earlier, I will play a video for you to listen to and to be the judge for yourself. Try to be who you are and stop making foolery of yourself. Africans are Africans, Europeans are Europeans, Americans are Americans, Chinese are Chinese. Stop fooling yourself with what you think you have in your hands. Now I have a British passport, so I'm no longer a Nigerian. Now I have an American passport, I'm no longer a Nigerian, or I'm no longer an African. Now I have an Italian passport, I'm no longer an African. You are only fooling yourself. Now your small thing you will do, that passport if you say you get, they will take it from you, then your eye will pay. Especially for those of us that moved from Africa. I am not even talking about those now that were enslaved, that were taken out of Africa to various parts of the world. No. Those of us who take our two legs, come out from Africa, come the white man's land. We now they claim, say, we don't get anything to do with Africa again. You'll be fool. You are only fooling yourself. A time will come when that your stupidity, when it will play back at you. So for those of us who care to watch this video, because I know some of us will not be happy with what I have just said, just watch this video. Thank you. I will be back.
So you want to live in a white-only country?
Not necessarily white-only, but a country that is clearly based on a European model in which whites will basically remain the overwhelming majority in perpetuity.
Okay, how do you achieve that?
Well, that's an excellent question. Donald Trump has got some first good steps in mind. Mm-hmm. He wants to make sure no more illegal immigrants come into the country, and he wants to make sure that all illegal immigrants here go back. He wants to end birthright citizenship. He wants to put at least a temporary ban on Muslim immigration.
What happens with Asians? What happens with African Americans? What happens with Latinos?
What happens to my
You presented me with a very limited view of the United States.
You're saying the United States is a place anybody can come and turn it into anything you want, and the people who built this country and established its institutions, if they glimmer away, so what? You are promoting a process that will reduce my people to a minority. You want more power for Latinos. That comes at the expense of my people's power.
We're 17% of the population,
Right.
and we only have 3 senators. So therefore, we don't have the political representation that we deserve.
And you want more and more and more.
Of course, because we only have
How
3
much?
senators.
How much political?
At this point, 14 senators.
And 50 years from now, how many would you like?
Let's talk about 50 years from now. In 2044,
Yes.
white non-Hispanics will become a minority.
Yes.
Is that what you're afraid of?
Mr. Ramos, it's fantastic for you, for my people to lose power and become a minority. That's fantastic for you. How does it feel for
Because
me?
it is our country, Mr.
Our
Taylor.
country, our
It is our country. Don't you think we both have the same rights in this country?
I think that despite this nonsense in the Declaration about anybody being anyone,
Excuse
the
me,
white
you
people,
don't
the white
think
people.
we are all created equal?
No, what you want to do is change this country into an entire nation in which white people will become refugees in their own land
So you don't-
if your vision comes through.
You don't want to
True.
live alongside Mexicans?
Now, why is it wrong for me not to want my neighborhood to change?
You'll
If
be-
my neighborhood is European, if my neighborhood they don't keep chickens in the backyard that crow at 3 in the morning.
What are you
they
talking
don't,
about?
I'm
That's a
talking
complete
about
stereotype.
Mexicans.
That's a complete stereotype.
Yes, and stereotypes are all true.
It's
Aren't
a racist stereotype, what you're saying.
they? Oh, racist! Give me a break.
What are you going to do with the thousands of Muslims,
We certainly
American
will.
citizens, who are serving in the military?
I'm sure that we just couldn't possibly survive with all those Muslim Navy Rangers. Yes, I'm sure that's true.
That is not right.
No, I'm talking
You
about
cannot make
Muslim,
fun of people who are saving our lives.
They want special holidays and special food in
So if you
school
don't like their
restaurants,
religion, you don't have to join them. That's fine.
Well, no, they are- wait,
but
I'm
also,
not-
but you can't discriminate against them simply
Of
because
course.
you.
Of course, anyone should have the right to discriminate against anyone he wishes. And the point is,
But not
you know,
not
why-
by the law, Mr. Taylor. You can't do that.
I think the law is absolutely incorrect.
Do you feel that whites are superior, are more intelligent than blacks?
I think, on average, whites are more intelligent than blacks, and North Asians are more intelligent than whites.
How can you
All
say
of this
that?
How can you think otherwise?
Mr. Taylor,
Why
what are you?
would you have to think that a pygmy is, on average, is just as intelligent as a Dane? Why would you think that? The entire record of history is completely consistent with the assumption that black Africans are less intelligent on average than Asians or Caucasians.
That's absurd. That's repugnant and
Wait,
absurd.
Repugnant to you?
Yes, of course.
Why would you even entertain the possibility that on average a pygmy is as intelligent as a Japanese?
The comparison that you are trying to make, it is simply impossible because of historical circumstances, because economic conditions, because of the
More
moment.
excuses. We have to be willing to say to all those who are non-European, we wish you well, but this territory is for us. And sorry, we have the right to be us, and only we can be us.
So you want me to leave?
Under certain circumstances, yes, we would ask you to go. Unless whites are prepared to exclude people, then they will be shoved aside. That is the fate which I will fight until my last breath.
Yes, thank you for watching that video, and I hope you have learned one or two lessons from that video. Now, for some of us who are always claiming we are not, we are now Americans, we are now British, we are now this, we are now that, because you are now holding a white man's passport in your hands. You are only making a fool of yourself. You've seen everything on that video clip. No matter what you do, no matter how you try to change your skin color, you remain an African, and the white man will continue to put you where you belong. You heard that man where he was saying that the white people they are more intellectual, they are more intelligent than the Africans. So they still see us as inferior in terms of every aspect of life. So is this not enough for us to have some sense into our head? And as I was saying, especially for those of us who took our two legs and came to meet them in their own land, we now feel we belong to them. That we are now one of them. That's not true. It will be a big mistake on your part. Look at our children that we had here now. Some of them claim that they are no longer Africans. Big joke. And even the parents, they do nothing to even educate their children where they are from. So, as I said just now, this video is for those of us who have gone out of Africa for a very long time. Yeah, who left Africa for a very long time and now feel because they have British passport, they have American passport, they have Italian passport, they have a Spanish passport, that they are no longer Africans. You are making a big mistake of your life. The white man still regards you. The white man still regards you as a nobody. Okay? Thanks once again for watching this video. If it has been very helpful, please try and comment, try and share, and equally subscribe to this channel. Thank you. Bye-bye.